Hi everyone! Have you ever noticed something strange? In one dress you look refreshed, like you just came back from vacation, but in another, well, it's like you haven't slept in a week. Here's the thing, it's not about the style, it's the color. Specifically, the color in your portrait zone, right next to your face. Today we're going to stop the guessing game. I'll show you how to find your colors with actual scientific precision. Now, I'm sure you've heard of the seasonal method, being a winter, spring, or summer, or autumn. That theory is old, like 19th century old. It was made for painters, not for modern wardrobes. And let's be real, there are 8 billion people on Earth. We can't just fit everyone into 4 tiny boxes. It's just way too simple, and honestly, it's pretty limiting when you're out shopping. You might see systems with 12 or even 16 types now. But remember, names like Deep Autumn are just labels. They're just for fun. What really matters are 3 things: temperature, depth, and clarity. Let's break it down. Now, regarding depth. This is usually the easiest part to figure out. Just take a good look at yourself in the mirror. Look at your hair, your eyes, and your skin tone. If you are light, your primary characteristics, your eyes, hair, and skin, they'll fall somewhere between light and medium light. This look is usually very neutral. It's balanced. It doesn't feel overly warm, but it's definitely not icy cold either. But if you are dark and deep, you'll have a much deeper, richer color in your hair and eyes, and your skin will often have a matte or even a slightly tanned quality. Now, these dark types, they also tend to stay neutral. They don't go to extremes. They don't lean too far into warmth or coolness. They just stay right in that deep, saturated sweet spot. Next, we have clarity. This is where we look at the contrast and whether there is a touch of gray pigment in your features. Let's look at the soft characteristic first. This is beauty in a calm, muted range, usually from medium light to medium dark tones. In this case, your eyes, hair, and skin are a a mix of both warm and cool undertones. Because of this, the colors look a bit dusty, almost like you're looking through a soft, vintage filter. There's a lot of that sophisticated, noble gray in there. On the other side, we have bright. This is radiant, high contrast beauty. Your eyes, they sparkle, they pop. Your natural colors are very clean, very pure. This kind of look, it only truly comes alive when you pair it with the most vibrant, saturated colors in the palette. It needs that ringing clarity to shine. Now, we come to temperature. This part? Well, it usually sparks the most debate and causes the most confusion. So, how do you actually find your undertone? I'm going to give you 4 methods, and I've ranked them from the simplest to the most reliable. Method 1, the vein test. Take a look at your wrists in natural daylight. If your veins look blue or purple, you likely have a cool undertone. If they look greenish, that's a sign of a warm one. Method 2, gold or silver. Hold some jewelry up to your face. Gold, it lights up a warm complexion, while silver creates that same glow for a cool one. Method 3, the lipstick test. Try 2 contrasting shades on your skin or your lips. For example, an orange peach, that's warm, and a cool berry pink. Look closely. Which one looks harmonious and which one looks like it's living a life of its own? And finally, a bright method 4, draping. This is by far the most accurate way. Take pieces of fabric over my quick art or even colored paper, and I saw in various shades, and hold them up to your face. One by one, you'll see it instantly. One color will suddenly erase the shadows under your eyes, while another might make you look pale or even a bit yellow. Okay, so you've looked at your depth, your clarity, and your temperature. But what's next? What do we actually do with all this information? Well, here's where it gets interesting. You see, these three characteristics aren't just separate categories. They work together like a combination lock to reveal your unique color season. Most people will find that one of these traits is dominant. It's the lead characteristic that defines your overall look. Maybe you're primarily cool, but with a touch of softness. Or maybe your depth is what hits people first, and the temperature is just a subtle detail. Now that we've gathered all these pieces of the puzzle, we can finally put them together to make it really clear. Let's stop talking theory and actually look at an example. Let's look at an example, and who better to start with than the wonderful Sarah Jessica Parker. Let's try to break down her key characteristics together. First, dark or light? Well, honestly, this one isn't immediately obvious. Her features sit right in that middle ground, and you know what? That's okay. It happens. So let's just skip this point for a moment and move on. Next, bright or soft? Now here, it gets much clearer. We can see that Sarah looks absolutely stunning in soft, muted, dusty colors. Whenever she wears something too bright, it feels like the clothes are shouting while her natural beauty gets lost. She definitely leans toward soft. And finally, warm or cool? Well, her stylists have been giving us the answer for years through her best red carpet looks. She shines in those elegant, cooler tones. So, what do we have? We've identified that her natural coloring is soft plus cool. And if you're a fan of traditional color season theory, we can apply that here too. Soft plus cool equals soft summer. All we have to do now is take that specific palette and start using it. It's that simple. Actually, the whole color system is just a simple way to organize how light and temperature work together. It's like a compass for your style. Think about it. If you are light and cool, you are a light summer. Light and warm, that's light spring. See? Once you identify your two leading characteristics, the mystery's gone. You just go online, look up your ready-made palette, and instantly know exactly where to go. And this brings us to the most interesting part of all. You see, your color season never, ever exists in a vacuum. It doesn't live separately from your style identity. The lines of your face, your bone structure, the scale of your body, they all work in a very tight, very close partnership with color. Think of it this way. If your color type is the palette of paints, then your style identity is the technique used to create the painting. We're going to dive deep into that in a separate episode. But for now, just remember this one main point. A truly harmonious look is only born when the right colors meet your unique cut and your perfect silhouette. Look, to make sure color theory doesn't feel like a cage, you've got to remember these 4 secrets. 1, it's all about the portrait zone. Listen, your skin doesn't care what color your pants or shoes are. Neon pink? Solid black? Go for it. Color analysis only matters right here, next to your face. Staying in your palette just makes shopping a whole lot easier because everything finally matches. 2, color is your power tool. It's pure psychology. Want to look like the ultimate expert? Deep greens and navies give you that authority vibe. Just know they can look a bit serious. Want to look fresh and wide awake? Stick to those light, clean tones. It's like an instant facelift. 3, you can save any wrong color. Bought something that isn't your shade? Don't toss it. Just fix it. A bit of the right lipstick or a scarf in your actual color creates a barrier that saves your look. Simple as that. And 4, the most important one. Your comfort is everything. Rules are just, well, they're just suggestions. If a forbidden color makes you feel like a queen, wear it and don't look back. Because your confidence, that's way more powerful than any color chart will ever be.